Hello, and welcome back to Munamind. Today, we'll be tackling common ideas surrounding grades and degrees that might actually be holding your child back from their true potential. Before we start, I just want to say that it's important to remember there isn't one cookie cutter path that fits everybody. Personally, I believe that's a wonderful thing. And what I find most troubling is that the belief that traditional education is the sole pathway to success has become deeply embedded in our culture, leading to anxiety, debt, and missed opportunities for many families. So, my main goal today is to shed some light with a research based perspective on common commentary I find online and highlight that while the traditional path to learning and entering the job market is great, there are many other paths that are equally valid and fulfilling. Even more important than staying on a specific path are happiness, intrinsic motivation, and a sense of fulfillment. And I truly believe that's what we should all strive for. That being said, I hope that this video serves as a sounding board for your own ideas and conceptions surrounding education. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and save to share with your friends later. Okay, so the first idea I want to review is a college degree is essential for any good paying job. I would say that that's a definite no from me. I mean, I agree with the fact that a university education can open doors for future job success, but future job success is not at all dependent on a college degree. In fact, the Bureau of Labor Statistics identifies 80 careers paying over $50,000 annually without requiring college degrees, with many exceeding $100,000 in the top percentiles. Commercial pilots, for example, they earn a median of approximately $120,000, while power plant operators make around $85,000, both requiring specialized training rather than four-year degrees. Not only that, but major corporations are actually abandoning degree requirements at unprecedented rates. Companies like Google, Apple, IBM, and the Bank of America now hire based on skills rather than credentials, with IBM reporting that 15% of their US workforce lacks traditional degrees. This skill-based hiring revolution has exploded from 40% of companies in 2020 to 81% in 2024, signaling a fundamental shift in how employers evaluate talent. Even entrepreneurship favors the non-degreed. 56% of entrepreneurs lack college degrees, with 30% having only high school education. In fact, I believe that the idea that you need to go to university and gain a degree to be successful has actually devalued the quality of higher education itself. Why? Because most universities today put the focus on gaining more students to earn more money rather than actually creating programs where high achievement, academic rigor, and a love for learning are at the center of what they do and offer. Profit over quality. Again, this is just my opinion, but I do believe university studies are not for everyone. Access to education should be for everyone. Access to learning at a university level should definitely be an option for everyone. But that does not equal everyone being required to take that path. And if you want to navigate how to better support your children through school, family, and social life, check out our website at munamind.com, where we give you access to courses and training to level up parenting and caregiving skills to enhance your child's development. Okay, so number 2, poor grades in school predict failure in life. I mean, this is just, for lack of a better word, dumb. There are so many things that influence our ability to access curriculum, many external, like the quality of the teaching that's being provided, but many also internal, like certain neurodivergent traits that clash with the mainstream approach to learning. But beyond that, let's look at the facts. The longest running studies on academic achievement reveal a stark disconnect between classroom grades and real world outcomes. Karen Arnold's 14-year study of 81 high school valedictorians found that despite achieving high undergraduate GPAs, only 25% reached top professional levels for their age group. This study concluded that academic success fails to predict leadership, innovation, or career achievement. Let's just look at some famous examples of successful individuals with poor academic records. Richard Branson dropped out at 16 due to dyslexia and built the Virgin Empire. Jack Ma failed college entrances twice, was rejected from every job he applied for, including KFC, and became one of the world's richest people by creating China's largest e-commerce platform, Alibaba. Anna Wintour, Vogue editor, was a fashion school dropout who became the most powerful person in fashion and inspired The Devil Wears Prada. And you might say that these are special situations, but actually, research consistently shows that C students often outperform A students in entrepreneurial ventures due to greater risk tolerance and practical problem solving skills. And I just want to highlight that I'm not saying we shouldn't care about grades. I just feel like all of these opinions based on rigid if then relationships don't serve anyone. If I see a student struggling with grades, I would want their parents and the school community asking different questions like, are there any social emotional factors that are impacting their ability to access learning? What can we do differently to best support the student? Is there something more that we should be looking at? Is there a need to talk to a specialist to guide us? Asking, does this mean my child won't be successful, isn't going to get anyone anywhere and will just add more stress and decrease happiness. Final one. Advanced degrees, master's or PhD, automatically command respect and higher pay. I mean, this is complex because I would argue that it truly depends on the field of work you're in, but also that we are progressively moving the needle toward this not being necessarily true. The financial reality of graduate education contradicts popular assumptions about automatic career advancement. 43% of master's degree programs produce negative return on investment, nearly double the 23% rate for bachelor's programs. The median return on investment for master's degrees is only $50,000 compared to the $160,000 for bachelor's degrees. Even prestigious MBA programs show disappointing results, with 39% producing negative returns. MBA graduates face a median debt of $89,000 while entering an increasingly saturated job market. MBA applications declined 6.5% in 2022, with 60% of programs reporting application drops as the market recognizes the questionable value proposition. And the PhD market is simply collapsing entirely in many fields. Only 1 in 5 PhD recipients in science and engineering secure faculty positions within 5 years. Biology PhDs face even worse prospects, with 68,000 postdocs competing for limited positions. After 5 or more years of advanced training, many postdocs earn less than librarians, which is 52,000 versus 55,000. Again, this is all research-based, but it's important to always do your own research and deep dive on the nuances of every topic. Like I said, this is highly field of work dependent, and it doesn't mean that advanced degrees aren't valuable. It just means that this idea that higher degrees will guarantee higher pay doesn't seem to be as true as people think. Because at the end of the day, the most important things are having a genuine love for learning, feeling passionate about what you do, and wanting to progress because you have an intrinsic motivation to become better. And with that, it's time to say goodbye. I want to hear from you. Which of these myths surprised you the most? Have you experienced pressure around any of these beliefs in your own family? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about what success really looks like for our children. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and save. It really means a lot. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.